Right, so I had a bit of a change here, so I thought you might want to see this. Anyone saw the picture I put up yesterday on the main Project Stormtrooper Facebook page will see that I moved the car around. It's now facing this way in the garage instead. Bit of a rare treat for it, and it came out as well, so I'll put some pictures up of that, of course, when it was out. I didn't get a video while it was out. I don't think there's much point, but I'll do a little mini walk around. That's what I'll be doing in the next, well, probably a few weeks. It's going to take a little bit of time to sort this out. I've got this splitter to obviously get right. At the moment you can see it's all uneven, so you've got the floor, I mean the floor's uneven anyway, but it doesn't sit right, it's not attached anywhere. This section isn't straight anyway, that middle section, that needs some work. Obviously all these sections here, the lights aren't in there at all at the moment. That will be at some point. I probably won't put those in just yet, but I will get those in at some point when it's not going to be too dusty anymore. I've got to sort out these here, these little vent things, these side pods, because at the moment they're not exactly the right shape, just because the car was the other way around. I had to work in a really tight space and it was not ideal, so I'll sort those out. The bonnet is mostly there, to be fair. I don't know whether to extend it down a little bit more here, maybe, to hide this hole, or whether to leave it like that and keep the gap there. I'm not sure yet. I think it looks better with the gap there, to be honest, or I might even go across there and just have no gap at all, and leave the bonnet that shape. I'm not sure yet. Probably do that, I would think, but we'll see how it goes. Obviously, yeah, the whole thing needs flatting. It's all in a bit of bad shape where it's been battered along the way. You can see there's all sorts of areas that aren't flat, but it's not bad. I did a lot of work on this before, so it's not too bad at all. It just needs some good work over and getting everything level and straight and everything else on there. So yeah, I'll do a video after this, part 2. That was obviously show you what work I'll be doing. I'm going to be working on the splitter, I think, today mainly. That base, that top bar and the splitter, that's what I'm working on today, and then do a bit of shaping and various other bits and bobs and sanding and stuff, and see how we get on. So yeah, part 2 coming up shortly. Right, so I've done about 3 hours work. It might not look like I've done that kind of amount, but there you go. I'll show you what I have been doing. These things do take a while, unfortunately. Basically, I've been shaping all this splitter area. I've made a few adjustments to it as well. A few bits on the bottom here, it still needs a little bit more taken off on the right hand side there, but it obviously will sit nice and level when it's all done and fitted properly. This section's a lot flatter now in there. Obviously it just needs tidying up. I need to do something with these corners here and the edges there, just because obviously they don't sit flush at the moment, and they will do eventually. There will be a bit of a gap there still with this area, or this one, so that all will have a nice little gap there still. I don't want it fully flat against it, but these bits here won't be there. All these little dodgy sections like the corners and things, they'll all be nice and flat and rounded, and sort of basically come straight down there. What I've also done, I've chopped out these corners. If you look on the videos before, they've got like a fiberglass section there. I thought it looked a bit awkward, to be honest. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fiberglass in this section of the splitter so it goes flat across there, and blend it into the bumper down there, basically. So it's going to be nice and smooth and less angles and edges and things, so that's good. I've cleaned off the intercooler a little bit. Obviously it's got a Volvo turbo lump in. I'll show you that in a minute as well, may as well. I haven't done anything yet with these pods. I didn't think I'd get onto this today, and I'm still deciding what to do on this grill. Let me know what you think. Whether to keep this little grill in or get rid of it, I'm not sure yet. Let me know what you think on that. So that's what we're doing anyway. Everything's basically flat. Obviously, if you looked at the previous video, none of that was the right shape. It was angled and all over the show, so it's come along quite well in 3 hours. I'll show you the engine bay, because I know a lot of people ask about this, what engine's in it and that sort of stuff. I've lifted up. The Clios don't normally end up lifting like this, but you know, it's one of them. They normally go backwards. It's got a Volvo turbo engine in it. It's a B18 FT out of a 480 or 460 or a 440. So that's in there. It's not cabled up at the moment. There's also going to be another ECU in there, standalone. These are the 3 cables for the audio. They go from the battery bank at the rear, and they'll come obviously onto the alternator. I'm going to try and hide all those cables as much as possible. You probably noticed the wheels through the arches. There is going to be new arches made for this. I've already started one of them down there ages ago. You can see where it's all had to be chopped out to fit the GTR 20s. Obviously it's not ideal for a Clio to be having them, but you get the idea. I've cleaned it up a little bit, but obviously it does need some work. It's got an aluminium radiator, 210 amp alternator from a Renault, or I don't know what they're from actually, it's a Mitsubishi alternator they've used to put in Renaults, and then obviously it's deregulated as well, so it should get more power out of that, and that's controlled from inside the car. It's going to have a few mods. It's going to have bigger turbo ideally, which sits down the back there. I don't know if you can see it. See the actuator, that's about it. But yeah, bigger turbo going down there, probably a T25. The batteries, of course, isn't in the front anymore. It's all in the rear. There's no battery in the front, so the air intake is going to be straight down there. I've got to modify the intercooler pipe work as well. That's all got to be rerouted because I couldn't get any kind of lock on the wheels and things. It literally hit the pipe work, so I've had to take it all out for now, and I'll completely reroute that, get it bent back into shape, various other things. That's one of the lights as well. There's videos of these. Obviously dusty. There's videos of these on the channel working when they look quite nice. I'm going to make a whole new scuttle panel because the old one is literally completely knackered. I might pick up another scuttle panel, or just make a whole fresh one from fiberglass. Probably just an easier plan. Single wiper conversion, of course, on there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm what I'm also looking for as well, I don't like these bonnet pins anymore. They look a bit rubbish to me. I want some sort of hidden pins. I don't want 4 pins there. I want some sort of hidden pin system, so I don't know if anyone's got any ideas for that for me. That'd be great if you've got any ideas for that, because I can't find any like properly hidden pins that sort of go from underneath, but that would be good if I could find some. If not, it might have to be them little bullet ones. We'll see how it goes. Also, there's going to be all mesh in here and that sort of stuff. But yeah, there you go. That's what I've been up to the last 3 hours. Bit of a clean up, bit of sanding, bit of filling. No filling actually, for a change. Bit of sanding, bit of shaping. It's coming along quite nicely. Yeah, let me know what you think, and leave some comments if you can, and subscribe as well if you can as well. That all helps, and I shall do another video when I can. Basically, not sure when it is, but when I can.